Donegal will win it.
Why?
I just think they have fresher legs. They have a system that works. They're ravenous for success, and they have a belief.
David, your prediction?
Totally against Shannon. Kerry are a mean animal. And Donegal realistically haven't beaten one of the big teams yet. And I still question mark. They're going to be a powerful force, but not today.
Dara?
Yeah, I agree with David. I think the Kerry have a big chance today. I think with the conditions out there as well, I give Kerry by 2 or 3 points.
It's time for our second heavyweight clash of the day.
Battle for the 3rd week in a row as he tries to build on recent wins over Tyrone and Clare. The defence has a settled and experienced look to it, with record breaker Thomas O'Shea all set for his 83rd championship appearance at right half back. But it's that exciting full forward landing sentry at number 6. McClune just struggling to get that ball away. Quick hands from McHugh, and Murphy, who's playing a lot deeper than that number 14 would suggest. McFadden shoots from out the country, and that's the lead for Donegal. 2 minutes gone. He is Donegal's leading scorer in the championship, Colin McFadden, and that's why.
Superb score on the left foot. That left foot is probably the trustiest left foot of any footballer on a Gaelic football field this summer. He has been leading the way, as you say, Mike, in every shape and form.
From Dua. Thought about the long ball inside, nothing on, nothing obvious. Instead, it's Kieran Donaghy who drifts out to this right-hand side, spins away from Eamon McGee. Donegal Walsh, now Cooper, the Kerry captain, looping around, taking aim and firing it over the bar. It looked almost effortless from Colin Cooper, sides are level.
Well, it was effortless. I mean, that's the genius of Colin Cooper at work. It's an important score for Kerry too, because Donegal, if the two teams seem to be well settled into their positions, they seem to be really taking a bit of a grip in the game, even at this very early stage. So
burst, McFadden tried to play the pass behind him. Good covering from Donegal Walsh and from Kerry, and Donegal will have to try again.
Yeah, again the ball being fed into Colin McFadden. He's the go-to player all the time.
Danger here, and the ball is in the back of the net. McFadden's line ball, Murphy's presence on the edge of the square, and the man who celebrates his 23rd birthday today just might have got the final touch. It's a goal for Donegal. Nomani missed it, Keeley missed it, Michael Murphy missed it, and it's in the back of the net.
It is, and we were saying that Colin McFadden was the go-to man for Donegal, but that is an outrageous stroke of good luck for McFadden. Murphy obviously went in, distracted the Kerry goalkeeper, but just didn't get a handle on it. The ball just slipped under the keeper, but a really, really fortunate break for Donegal.
Well, fortune favours the brave, and Murphy threw himself at that ball to distract the keeper, distract the defence, and Donegal have the lead. That shot cannoning back off the post. They're pouring forward now, the Ulster champions. Murphy again. His confidence is high. The umpires like it. Wonderful score. The Donegal captain leading by example, and all of a sudden they've opened up a 4-point lead.
They have indeed, and Murphy really just saw the post, had him in his sight. So much dependent on Declan O'Sullivan from Kerry's point of view, Mike. He's the most natural playmaker for the Kerry team, and when he's on song, so much happens around him naturally.
And here he is, Declan O'Sullivan, right on cue. Good response, fine score from O'Sullivan. Looks so cool, calm and composed there as he went by Lacey. The gap is back to 3.
Yeah, important score, and he showed Lacey a clean pair of heels there. One of the really defining, duels in this game is anticipated is going to be between Declan O'Sullivan and Carl Lacey, and Declan O'Sullivan really got the better.
Defensive work by Kerry. Declan O'Sullivan, Brian Sheehan moving by him. Instead, he drops it in towards Donaghy. Great man to get out in front and win his own ball. Donaghy shoots from a tight angle.
Got off to a good start and won lots of ball.
So Brian Sheehan, Kerry's second leading scorer in this year's championship, kicks his 17th point of the summer to go with his goal from the penalty spot against Tipperary. won by Donegal Walsh, and now Mark O'Shea. Chance for him to stretch his legs. Galvin spots the run of Killian Young. Mark O'Shea had stayed forward as well. Lovely footwork from O'Shea. Now, can he finish? Dangerous ball, and Paul Durkin, with Kieran Donaghy breathing down his neck, does really well. Chased down by Michael Murphy and Carl Lacey, and this time they give away the free. And Kerry reset. Maher delivers a good ball out in front of Donegal Walsh. James O'Donoghue, first chance for him to get a glimpse of goal. The Kerry crowd like it, and that's gone over the bar. Excellent score from O'Donoghue, who has been drifting around that forward line in search of space. That time he found it, and nothing wrong with the finish.
Certainly so, and James O'Donoghue has been one of the successes for Jack O'Connor this season in terms of one of the new players, if you like.
McBrearty clipping it in towards Murphy, but well read by Mark O'Shea. Pound for pound, one of the best in the business, but Killian Young has made a hash of the return pass, and Donegal get forward. Advantage played. Lacey to McFadden. McFadden likes that angle and fires it over the bar. Kerry punished ruthlessly by Colin McFadden. Just being a little bit lackadaisical in their own defence, and Donegal make them pay.
Unfortunate too because Donegal have taken a step back, if you like, for the last 10 minutes. Been looking at Kerry coming at them, if anything, and
held on too long. We'll have at least 3 minutes of additional time in this first half as Cooper drifts outfield in search of time, space and possession. Gets away from the first tackle, driving towards goal, slips it into Donaghy, wants the return. Cooper again. That is vintage Colin Cooper. You just cannot take your eye off him for a moment. Popped up out on the left wing, the quick 1-2, and it's back to a one-point game.
And just superb Colin Cooper. I mean, the man, when he's on his game like that, he is the fully fledged genius that we call him. He could see straight away it was a quick turnover ball for Kerry.
There isn't even a hint of a breeze here at Croke Park. He seems to have struck it well. He couldn't have struck it much better. 2007. So often the man for the big occasion, but this time just misjudged that free.
Undoing today, O'Loughlin last night with own goals, because there's a lot more bodies in around the square. I think it's a good thing for
And Kieran Donaghy has been on the line a couple of times from Kerry, trying to put pressure as well on the Donegal
keeper. He got a flick on it, but that goal there, it was Brendan Keeley's ball to call. He was in charge. He was facing the ball. Aidan O'Mahony was at his back to the ball, so that was.
But wasn't it perfect for Donegal, because it allowed them to sort of dictate the tempo of the game?
It did, but aside from that goal, Matt, there was a point shortly afterwards by Colin McFadden where Kerry were coming out with the ball, and I think it was Killian Young gave a bad pass.
That's right. Murphy
Kerry were on the attack, and Donegal had a lot of guys pushed up, so really Kerry conceded 1-1 there, 4 points.
But we're going to see some examples, I think, now as well, of how Kerry have taken
last night for the first 2 quarter-finals. Man on the ball for Kerry is Colin Cooper, who is stopped fairly emphatically by a swarm of Donegal defenders. Takes the free. This is Anthony Maher, just making an angle for himself, going for glory from long range, and hits the target. That's a fine score from Anthony Maher. Kicked a couple of long-range points against Donegal when these teams met in the league during the spring. That's his first of this All-Ireland quarter-final, and it was certainly worth waiting for.
It's fine score.
Skills of Gaelic football will be very difficult in this second half, as Mark McHugh, the Donegal number 12, drops back to bolster his defence, and now sets off on his merry way as Gallagher gives it to him. He has amazing reservoirs of energy, Mark McHugh. Hit with a late shoulder there. Marty Duffy plays the advantage as McClune flicks it inside. This is McBrearty. Back to McClune again. Lovely sidestep to go past the defender. And he fires it over the bar. A really well-worked score from Donegal. Started and finished by Leo McClune.
An important score from Donegal, because they didn't really want Kerry to come out and score a couple of points and start the second half and bring the teams level. It's important for Donegal.
Rory Kavanagh, but Kerry, as we would have expected, are trying to vary things a little bit in this second half. Darren O'Sullivan will become a central figure in their game plan, you'd have to think, as Cooper does the needful, just keeps it done illegally. Marty, perhaps some poetic justice. Donegal have got the ball back. McBrearty, sporting that very fashionable headgear, shoots for the score just wide. So Michael Murphy has this chance to give Donegal just a little breathing space. There was never any doubt about that particular kick. Well, again, a lot of activity on the Kerry bench as we watch Donegal extend their lead. Michael Murphy indulging.
Donaghy and Cooper inside to win this game.
James O'Donoghue standing in for the injured and absent Brian Sheehan. Drags that wide.
Easy opportunity for Colin Cooper.
That's 4 points for Cooper. 2 from frees, 2 from play. This is Rory Kavanagh. Donegal play possession football, and Kerry give them some room to do it. Lacey turns into traffic, pursued by 3 Kerry men. McBrearty popped off to McFadden. Quick look up. He needs to make it count. McFadden pulls the trigger and hits the target. A wonderful score from Colin McFadden. He has been prolific today. His eye is in, and Donegal lead by 3 again.
Well, nothing short of superb from Colin McFadden.
And the considered view before this match was that if Donegal were in this kind of a position with 10-15 minutes to go, they would have the stamina and the conditioning to push on and close it out. We're about to find out. Michael Murphy. This is a huge kick. The umpires consult, and they flag it wide. But with 10.5 minutes to go, Donegal lead by a goal. That Colin McFadden goal. Will it turn out to be worth its weight in gold, or can Kerry go to the well one more time? Donncha Walsh. There are 2 men roaring for it on the far side. One of them is Galvin, the other O'Shea. O'Shea's superiority triumphs. He called for that, and Galvin leaves it, but there just simply are too many Donegal men back there mounting the barricades, and there is no way through for Kerry. And they've been repelled yet again.
Strange enough, Paul Galvin stopped running on that occasion and didn't give Tomás O'Shea the support he needed. Obviously, Tomás O'Shea, took on 2 men and lost the ball. But, you look around the middle of the field, you look at this Kerry team, you look at Brosnan gone off the field, Declan O'Sullivan gone off, Brian Sheehan gone off, and you wonder, do Kerry have the calmness, the composed heads to actually realise that they can still win this game?
Carl Lacey pops it back to Patrick McBrearty. Spins inside. McBrearty lets fly. Dangerous ball. Up goes Keeley. And it's gone over the bar. McFadden was in there making a nuisance of himself, distracting Keeley. McBrearty will claim the point. It's his first of the match. Donegal lead by 4. And now Christy Toy can make his entrance as Leo McClune comes out. There are 9 minutes of normal time left. Donegal
should have put that ball over the bar, but McFadden once again was there just to make certain, and did really well on Keeley and not getting in the goalkeeper's face or giving away a free.
Here they come again. It's Toy knifing through and firing it over. Donegal have found their groove, and they are kicking for home. They've opened up a 5-point lead. And it's Christy Toy, who has soldiered for so many years in the Donegal colours, who pops up and does the needful. And Kerry are on the ropes.
And just after coming on the field, Christy Toy, he's such an experienced player. As soon as he got that half a chance and was moving forward, saw the ball, the goal in his sights, more than prepared just to pop it over the bar. But a huge score for Donegal at this stage of the game.
Kerry have been outscored 5 points to 1 in the last 20 minutes. Kieran O'Leary, he needs to nail it, and he has. So it's Colin McFadden with a goal and 5 points for the man who plays his club football with St. Michael's in Crease Lough. Goal. From way well, off his weaker right, he hasn't managed to draw it in, but Kerry hold possession, recycled back to Galvin. Galvin with that trademark snapshot, and it's gone over the bar. And we're going to get the grandstand finish. Donegal's lead, which at one stage stood at 6 points, has been pared back to 2.